Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video I'm going to talk about how do I manage all my data and how these WD NASs help me in storing that data. If you have been following me, I produce a lot of videos. In fact, I produce almost one video per day, and that amounts to a lot of data that indirectly I have to work with. For example, with the video projects, if I'm making a small video, the original video files might be just about 4 to 5 gigabytes in size, but with some of the larger video projects and the videos that I make, it can be as high as 30 to 35 gigabytes, and sometimes I do shoot in 4K, and thus the videos files just go berserk. So I need to actually store all this data, and in a year, and on average, I make about 350 videos. So if you take even the mean average of about 20 gigabytes of raw footage, that amounts to almost 7 terabytes of data. And here, these WD NASs help me in storing all that data. For example, I have this DL4100 NAS, which is actually a 4-bay NAS. I have put 4 terabyte drives in this for a total of 16 terabytes. In fact, I don't get the whole 16 terabytes of storage because what I have done is I have set it up in a RAID 5 configuration for data protection. That means if one of these drives actually fails, I still have the data, and it's very easy to work with this NAS, and let me show you now. So this is the WD DL4100 model, and this is actually a 2-bay NAS. That means it can accept 2 hard drives, and it's actually very easy to manage the hard drives. You can just pull this and remove the hard drive, and I have a 4 terabyte hard drive. And again, you can use it like a JBOD configuration, or you can also put it in a RAID 1 configuration, where what happens is whatever you put on one drive automatically gets replicated on the second drive. And this model might be ideal for people who do not require a lot of storage but still require RAID protection. This is the DL4100 model, which is actually a 4-bay NAS, and this is the model that I personally am planning to use to store all my YouTube data. And as you can see, it also has an LCD display, which gives you basic information what is going on with your NAS. For example, if you press it once, it gives you the total capacity that is available on your NAS. For example, I have 11.8 terabytes of space free. It also gives you the status of the drives. All the drives are healthy right now, and it also gives you the fan speed, the temperature, and the firmware. And this is the IP address of my NAS. I'll show you the admin interface later on. And it also has a USB 3 port over here. And as you can see, these are the LED lights, and they glow in blue if everything is great. Let's say if your drive is having some problem, this light will change to red. And replacing the drive again is really easy. You just pull it out and replace it, just like the 2-bay model. And setting up this WD NAS is also very easy. You just connect it to your network using an Ethernet cable and just follow the prompts, and you should be set up within 5 minutes. I've already set it up, and I can access my NAS at this IP, and I'll just log in. And this gives you an overview of your NAS, and this is sort of the dashboard, I would say. And the best part is you don't have to install any software or anything on your computer. This is completely web enabled, and this gives you an overview. For example, here as you can see, it says that I have 11.7 terabytes of space available, and it says movies, that is 56 gigabytes. Any video file it considers as movies. If you go to users, here are some of the users that I've created, and also it works great with Time Machine backups on Mac. And as I've mentioned earlier, we can actually give complete cloud access to these user accounts. So if we enable that, this user will be able to access all his data that is uploaded on this NAS from anywhere. And this is for backups. You can back up your NAS using USB drives. And if we move to storage, this gives you an idea about the RAID. As I told you, mine is in the RAID 5. So you can actually change the RAIDs if you want. So that is the option, and this gives you the disk idea about your disk. They are in good conditions, and we can also enable iSCSI if you would like. Now let me actually show you the cloud access, and to do that, let's see, we'll open up a new browser, and you just go to this URL that is known as mycloud.com. And you don't have to be on the same network. You can be in any other part of the world also, and using this you can access your files. Just hit sign in, and you just log in with your user account that you have created earlier and allowed cloud access. So I'll just log in, and here as you can see, these are the files that I had stored earlier on the NAS, and now I can easily access them. For example, let's say I open this file and you can view those files. For example, I have other files also. So you can access all the files on your NAS using this My Cloud option. Let's say we have this file and you want to share this file to other users who are not a part of your NAS. You can easily do that also. For example, let's say you want to share this picture with your friends. You just hit the share option, and now if you use this get link, it'll give you a specific link and you can just email them, and anybody who has that link can access that file. You can also send a private link, and for that you have to just enter the email addresses and just hit the share. So even those people who don't have access to your NAS can access specific files what you have shared. So that's the share option. So it's easy to share, and you can also access this cloud not only via web browser, but we also have Android and iOS apps using which you can do that. You can also easily sync specific folders and files that you have on your computer to the NAS automatically using the WD Sync software. We also have mobile apps that we can use with our WD NAS. For example, this is the My Cloud app, and this works both in Android and iOS. I'm using an Android phone, and as you can see, our NAS is over here and we can manage stuff. As you can see, 441 items are going to be uploaded on our NAS, and we can see our downloads if we have anything, and we can manage our devices over here if you would like. So it offers complete control. And there is another app that we have that is known as the WD Photos. I actually like this app a lot, as you can see, and now I can see all the photographs that I have taken directly, and these are actually not on my phone, these are coming directly from the NAS, as you can see, and it works really fast. Another good thing that I like about this app is that whatever photographs that you take with your mobile phone can be automatically uploaded to the NAS. So this WD Photo app is also really useful in my opinion. So if you are a person who deals with a lot of data, or if you are a person like me who's a content creator who has to work with a lot of data, or in case if you are even a business who has to deal with a lot of data and you have multiple users, it does make a lot of sense to invest in a NAS rather than storing all your data on individual hard drives like this. With a NAS, you have actually a lot of storage to work with, and also it does provide a lot of data protection. Again, I hope that this video was helpful, and I also want to thank WD for sponsoring my video. I'll also have the links for both these NAS in the description area so that you can check them out. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.